the interwebs, it's me, Samuel HD1, or Tony, back for Star Trek, the official Starships collection, issue number 75, the Enterprise's Captain's Yacht. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's nice, again, another ship that we've never had a model before, which is really good. So, specifications, get right into it. As usual, glossy magazine and the ship itself, but more on that in a little bit. So we get to specifications. Name Cousteau. Attached to the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC 1701E. Type auxiliary craft. Launch 2372. I believe that's reference to Insurrection because it's the first Insurrection ship we've got so far, which I'm really excited about. Because I like Insurrection. It gets a bad rep, but I like Insurrection. It feels like an episode of the show, and people criticise it for that. And I'm like, well, what are you expecting, you know? It feels like an episode of the show, and I really enjoy it. Length 33.53 metres, so it's just about as big as the Bajoran Raider. In fact, I'll throw it over there. Speed, water powered, weaponry, phaser banks, torpedo launchers, and tachyon pulse emitter. And then we've got a beautiful CG render of the back there. Different one from the front this time, which is always good. So we've got a beautiful CG render there. Then we've got a screenshot of it disengaging from the Enterprise E there, which is really cool. The Cousteau was a sleek auxiliary spacecraft. It was carried by, in the ventral side, the saucer section of the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC 1701E. It was water powered, but it was also capable of atmospheric flight and could land on a planetary surface. The Captain's Yacht blended so well with the saucer section that when it was docked, only its outline was visible. It was only when it was launched that the yacht's full appearance could be seen. The structural integrity and inertial dampener fields compensated for the Enterprise E's absence and allowed the Enterprise E for the yacht's absence, allowed the Enterprise E to operate as normal. And then we've got some shots from Insurrection, disengaging from the secondary hull there, the saucer section, sorry. And then we've got another CG render of it flying there, and then various scenes from Insurrection, which is pretty cool. Once the Cousteau was deployed and fully clear of the Enterprise E, its warp nacelles lowered into position. Needed for flight, this was normally used to carry diplomatic personnel on special missions that could not be accomplished by transporters. Despite its primary function as a diplomatic vessel, it was also fully ready and could undertake a variety of missions. So basically like a runabout, essentially. And then we've got the topographical view there, which is really cool. I do like these. I like it when it's multiple ones, which is always fun. The underside of the Captain's Yacht also doubled as the hull of the Enterprise E when it was docked in position. The bottom of the saucer section, when it was launched, structural integrity fields compensated for the absence and allowed the Enterprise E to function as normal. That's repeated. I don't know why I just read that. Flight trainer. According to the next generation technical manual, the Enterprise D had a Captain's Yacht, which was called Calypso. A deleted scene from Star Trek Insurrection enabled that the Cousteau's disintegrated as it flew back into the planet's atmosphere after the attack on Ruafo's flagship. Data was able to beam safely before the yacht was destroyed. Amongst the supplies the Captain Picard transported to the yacht to prevent the Baku from being relocated were several metric tons of ultritium explosives, 8 Tetrion pulse launchers, 10 isomagnetic disintegrators, and some air transporter inhibitors. And then we've got designing the Captain's Yacht. And it was designed by, of course, Mr. John Eaves, which is really cool. Then we've got like it says an old yacht there, so it's an old design, and then we've got a slightly new one there, which is always good. I always like this section. And then we've got the sort of the way it disengages from the hull, pops out, and then nacelles into place, and off it goes, which is really cool. And then we've got more design elements from the from Insurrection itself. We've got the Enterprise E shuttle, which I would like the Enterprise E shuttle because it's a really cool shuttle design. Incorporates the best parts of the Type 9 and the Type 6. And it, you know, like I say, kind of looks like the Enterprise E as well. There we go. We got that. We got the we're getting one of these as well. The Mission Scout ship. There we go. I couldn't think of the name of it. Mission Scout ship. But in Star Trek Armada, the game, it's referred to as a Venture Class Scout, and it does have a registry number as well, which is a bit strange. The Scout ship was designed for combat. So he's made it the shape reminiscent of the Defiant. Also annotated numerous weapons. And then we've got the holoship as well. Looks more like a traditional starship, but then it ended up more like sort of a Borg probe, I guess. I'm not sure if I ever liked the holoship. But then again, it's supposed to be a big holodeck, so they don't really need it to be a design. But then again, it could be any design if you've got a holodeck in it. So that doesn't really matter. And then we've got some more concept art of Insurrection. Basically, you know, the Baku and the Sona. You know, basically what the costumes might look like. And the Sona face stretching business. It's all really cool. And then we've got some more as well. We've got the transporter drones, of course. You know, various different designs, and that's what they ended up with. And then more designs for the Sona costumes. Then the Sona weapons, and then the final Sona phaser rifle there. And then we got on screen, of course, first appearance, Star Trek Insurrection. Trivia, Captain Picard did some of the senior crew. When the Captain Picard and some of the senior crew used the Captain's Yacht to travel to the surface of the Baku homeworld, it's first time in Star Trek history that such a vessel had been seen. At one point during the TV run of Star Trek Next Generation, it was suggested that the Captain's Yacht should transport Picard to Starbase 515 for heart surgery in episode Samaritan Snare. In the end, the producers felt that creating this craft was too costly, so they used traditional shuttlecraft instead. Actor Anthony Zerbe originally read for the role of Ruafo, but when the role was eventually given to F. Murray Abraham, the producers were so impressed with Zerbe, they offered him the part of Admiral Dougherty. The Captain's Yacht was given a name Cousteau on suggestion of Patrick Stewart. Of course, it was named after famous oceanographer Jacques Cousteau. Cousteau, that's it, or Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau. Sorry, I've been calling it Cousteau all the way. Cousteau. The ship's plaque featured a quote from Cousteau, which read, "The future is in the hands of those people who explore, and from all the beauty they discover while crossing perpetually receding frontiers, they develop the nature for mankind and infinite love." And next week we get the Neelix's Baxial. Anyway, onto the ship. Now, this one is really fucking good. There it is. It's really cool. It's got the Starfleet pennants there. It's got the register numbers there. It's really designed well. It's got some fantastic design in there. Some sculpted detail. It's missing the three sort of deflector dish parts at the front there. It's also missing these red intakes there. But you know, it's not too bad. It's got some beautiful nacelles that pick up every part of the light. I think some of the best nacelles I've ever done, actually. And then you got the bottom section, which is obviously the underside of the Enterprise's hull. Now, one glaring issue I have with it is that the NCC 1701E there is the wrong font. They've got the right font there, but that's just slightly the wrong font, which is kind of irritating. But you know, you can't have everything. But other than that, it's really cool. It is a bit sparse on its register numbers, actually, because on the bottom you've got the 1701, and on the top the blank. But that's how it appears in the show, in the movie rather. Yeah, you've got the egress hatch at the back. You've got the connector where when it's docked in the Enterprise, obviously you walk in through there. You can also walk in through the back there. And on the bottom you've got the deuterium tank ejector. What these look like the landing struts that come out, possibly even lifeboats as well, because apparently shuttlecraft have escape pods, because the Delta Flyer has some. But I think this is better than the Delta Flyer, if I'm honest. I like the Delta Flyer, but this is much better. I think it's a sleeker design. It's an odd shape, I must admit, but then it's how it fits into the Enterprise E. And like I said before, if you take off the nacelles, it looks like a speedboat. And it would probably work as a speedboat, even in Star Trek. You know, if they needed it to be a watership, you know, being able to land on the water and travel, you could manage that. But yeah, I think it's really fucking cool. It's got some blue impulse engines, which is a bit odd, but again, that's how it appears in the film. Overall, well done, lads. Like I said, the only issue I've got is the wrong font on the nacelles, but other than that, it's perfect. I'm like, how you could make the non-hero ships the best ones is beyond me. Why can't every ship be this standard? You know, it's not difficult. It really isn't. Got some right nice painted detail on the bottom there as well. I don't know if it's going to be able to see it through the light I've got. Yeah, you just about make it out there. It's all plastic, this, I think. Now, top section's metal, bottom section's plastic. But to be fair, the join lines are indistinguishable. You can't tell where the join is. I mean, it's obvious that it's this section around here is the join line, but you can't tell. It's a really well done ship, and I really like it. And it's just a shame that the Enterprise A and the Enterprise C didn't get this kind of attention to it. And it fits on its stand, and it says, actually on the bottom it says Sovereign Class Captain's Yacht. Whether each ship has, you see, this is unknown at present. That each ship has its own Captain's Yacht, like each one's different, like maybe designed somewhat by the individual captain for each ship, or it's like a standard design. I'm pretty sure it's more of a standard design. It'd make much more sense that each class of ship have its own version of it. So yeah, and it fits on the stand thusly, and it's really secure on there. Should you cherry pick this? Yes, you should. If you're a Next Generation fan and you're an Enterprise E fan, this is definitely a nice companion piece to the Enterprise E. Now let's just get a shuttle. So yes, that's really cool. That's going to go on my shuttle shelf. Because at the moment I've got my runabout, Delta Flyer, and the shuttles, and this is going to join them as well as the Bajoran Raider as well. So that's pretty cool. So that's me, that's the Enterprise E, and I'll catch you all later. Bye for now.